I'm doing my driver's license test. Can you wish me luck? Good luck on that. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about Project Apex because say hi to me. Hello. Because I got oh yeah, hello KK, hello Endermill, hello Hune. Welcome all to stream. I'm going to talk about Project Apex because I was watching random Roblox, not random Roblox videos. I was watching random YouTube videos. I don't do Roblox. I don't do Roblox, okay? I just post a lot of stuff related to Roblox. I don't indulge in Roblox content, okay? Even when I was making games on Roblox, I barely watched Roblox videos. I don't do that crap, okay? It's just very unfortunate that I ended up doing a lot of Roblox related things. Is this all? Is it only 3 chatters? That's okay. Fine. I'll deal with it. Only 3 chatters. I mean, I guess everyone's asleep anyway. Everyone's asleep. Talk about Roblox? I will in a second. Let me get to my point. Oh yeah, it's like a few of us. That's okay. Okay, so. Yo, hello Devo. Half the viewers Shippington are probably at school or something. I accidentally removed my chat. Okay. So I'm going to be talking about Project Apex, which is, if you guys have played Helmet, this is a fan game of Helmet. Oh dang, my mustache. I gotta shave that soon. But this is a fan game of Helmet. And the creator, the developer of Helmet decided, you know what, I'm not gonna make any more content for my game. I'm not gonna make any more content for Helmet. HE double hockey sticks met. That's how you spell Helmet. HE double L met. Helmet. Which is the name of the game. And so he was like, you know what, I'm never going to make another update for my game ever again because I am done. I want to focus on my body. Focus. No, I loved Helmet. It was one of the few good gore games on the blocks. I didn't think you actually liked that game. No, did Sensei say, oh, you guys didn't hear the news? Okay, let me get it. Helmet Sensei. I'm surprised you guys didn't hear about it and you know about the game. Okay, I'm gonna give you the whole screenshot instead of the Reddit summary. Okay, it's Reddit anyway. But here it is. Oh dang, does that line up perfectly? I think that lines up perfectly, doesn't it? Okay. Just make it nice and big for you guys so that you can read it. Okay. I don't know how... Is that readable for you guys? That should be readable. Okay, so it starts with, hi everyone, I will no longer be working on Helmet. I'm very sorry for the disappointment. Why? Are you working on a project? Yes, I am. I haven't announced it yet. It's Mini Fighter, but I don't have any content for it yet to show. Hi everyone, I will no longer be working on Helmet. I'm very sorry for the disappointment. Why? Many reasons. Story-driven games take up a lot of resources on writing the story, progressing the plot, playtesting, and iterating on Am I reading too fast? I think I'm reading too fast. Story-driven games take up a lot of resources on writing the story, progressing the plot, playtesting, and iterating on campaign maps. All of this just on me. You might tell me to hire other developers, which I could do, but I won't because I feel the workload becomes far more inefficient. I thought hey, I know you'll leave Roblox. What? Yes, I left Roblox, but the project I'm working on is not on Roblox. Helmet has ironically become pretty hard to maintain. I don't like sifting through code I made years ago to try and fix things. It's definitely gone a bit old. I simply just don't want to anymore. I make games because I like making games, not because I want to make more money. Eventually that passion runs dry. Why didn't you tell us earlier? Simple, I was afraid of a potential backlash, but now I think it's time to come clean and honest. And be honest with what I have in mind. For Helmet, I'm very sorry for letting you all down. This is my decision. What will be the future of Helmet? I'll still occasionally fix bugs if it's easy to, and maybe add some community-made maps to the PvP game mode, but that's about it. If you want an experience similar to Helmet, I recommend Project Apex by Arcsoft Studios. And then they have the link to Arcsoft, and then they show the Discord. So if you guys want to join that, feel free. I may have forgot to say I told you quit. I thought you quit. Yes, I quit. I quit Roblox. I did not quit Roblox game. I quit Roblox game development, but not game development as a whole. Their developers have contributed directly to some of Helmet's internal systems, like the pathfinding system. So I think we're pretty good friends. That is actually pretty cool. I almost forgot about that. That is so embarrassing. I just mispronounced. Yeah, that sucks. But now you know. How's it going? It's been busy. Really had to lock in this semester for better grades, as I'll be entering university soon. Also have to take care of my body and relationships, which took up a lot more time than I expected. Thanks for sticking along, though. Reasonable reasons to quit Helmet, a game I loved. Okay, so his reasons for quitting were... I guess it took a lot of effort, and it became hard to maintain because of all the spaghetti code, and he also doesn't want to anymore. He makes games because he likes making games, not because he wants to make more money. So he ran out of passion. That is the reason. I know I said it was just, well, I know I wasn't responding to you. I was summarizing the thing for people. But basically his reasons: ran out of passion, took too much effort, hard to maintain, spaghetti code. And I think it's safe to assume being part of university is probably also has something to do with that as well, because there it says he has to take care of his body and relationships, which is good. It's good to take care of yourself. But yes, Sensei has stopped working on Helmet, and I like watching videos while I'm playing games on Roblox because I'm a lazy guy. That's a guilty pleasure. Guilty pleasure. Can confirm it freaking sucks in uni. Dang. And dang. I'm not doing uni. That's it. That's all I have to say about that. What did I have to say? Oh yeah, he recommended people to check out Project Apex, which is basically a Helmet-like game. It's a game just like Helmet. And he's just like, guys, just look at Project Apex. Project Apex is way better. So, that's why we're here, to talk about Project Apex, because of this game. Can I... Okay, yeah, let's just do that. Helmet with Tarkov inventory and cool graphics. Yeah. They made a. You can tell they're very much inspired by Resident Evil. So yeah, let's just watch, because there was something in the video that caught my attention. I might skip through a bit of this. Weapon modifying, pretty nice. Look at these graphics though. These graphics are very nice. Very nice graphics. You can tell they put like a lot of effort into it, and you can tell they're a team. If one man did this, he'd be... he would not have sleep. I still work on a project game. Well, I'm 10 years old. I need to wait to be 20 years old. Okay. Reminds me of Deadline. The graphics are really cool. Yeah. The graphics are nice. Graphics are very nice. Dang, they have a freaking search bar too. What the heck? I like the sounds too. Okay, but let's just skip ahead, to more interesting stuff. We have this and this. What really caught my attention was this. Oh wait, not that. What's this? Updated tranquilizer? Yeah. Lockpicking. Yeah. But what I really care about is this. Updated new time controls. Speed of time in the game can now be adjusted. That is freaking crazy. So, in this game, you can play in slow motion. Like, what the hell? You can play in slow motion? Has that even been done on Roblox before at all? You can... Like, that's just crazy to me. When has anyone ever made... Only for tower defense games? Well, I guess the effect would be much easier there. But when has anyone actually made like a full-on game with simulations that correspond to time scale? That is insane. That's incredible. Look at this, you can even fast forward it. KOOL. Yeah, I mean, I did make a game with slow motion. It wasn't real slow motion though. But this game is like, this game actually does it. There's one called Glass and it's all about slow motion. It's like the Hot VR. Oh, okay. But come on, guys. When has a tactical game like this ever used slow motion? Like, what the hell? That's crazy to me, and that's all I care about. Go back to SE Reborn? You go back to SE Reborn. Oh, by the way, speaking of SE Reborn, I actually... Oh, I clicked the wrong one anyway. I clicked the wrong one, man. I clicked the wrong one. The wrong one, brother. Speaking of SE Reborn, you can actually download it now. You can just, you know, go here and download it. This experience's source can be copied. But no tutorials. No tutorials. I'm far too busy for that right now. No tutorials at all. Unfortunately, no tutorials. But you can download it. You can use it for what you want. Anyway. Yeah, that's why I wanted to yap about. I hate slow-mo because it always... Guys, come on. That's beyond the point. They found a way to put slow-mo in this game. Isn't that crazy? They found a way to put slow-mo. Bro, imagine this. You could freaking breach. You could breach the windows and crap. Breach the door, slow motion. Like, what the hell? But that's it. I don't know what else in this I care about. I think that was honestly it. I think that was honestly it. Level of detail? Oh, optimization is nice. I like optimization, of course. Optimization is always good to have. Dude, these guys are like a freaking full-on game studio. Like, what the hell? Why are they doing on Roblox? They're gonna be so poor. Hope they make like the next Ready or Not. All I can say is, what are they doing on Roblox? They're going to be so poor. They're not gonna be able to take care of the family. They're not gonna be able to live in a house. They're not gonna be able to, you know, afford rent, buy a car, do any of that. They're not gonna be able to do any of that. But man, oh man, what? I'm literally playing SE Reborn, and question is the changing class only development? No, that's not part of SE Reborn. That's part of Impasse. They're probably on Roblox because expectations are low and bangers are so unexpected. Anyone who isn't in it will definitely want to play it, like 10% of the people maybe. Yeah, actually, yeah. I think the aspect about the game, a game like that being on Roblox, is definitely very marketable. Roblox boy. I'm just... Look, anyone who says anything irrelevant to my yap, I am going to ignore. I am going to only talk about my yap. Alright? But yeah, I think the fact that there's a game like this on Roblox is definitely a big contribution to marketing. Marketing-wise, very good move. Profit-wise, maybe a good move. How many people know about Project Apex? Frick are you guys talking about in chat, bro? Project A. This is not Project Apex. This is a freaking racing game. Get a different name. What the hell? I'm looking at this. I'm like, get a new game, you guys. Get a new name, you guys. Nobody knows about you. And then I see the game. It's freaking 1,000 people. 1,000 people are playing this game. Oh no. Wait. Maybe there's no market for tactical shooters on Roblox. Maybe that's why nobody makes tactical shooters on Roblox. Okay, but what about the uh-oh. Okay, to give him credit, Project Apex isn't released yet, but the racing game has been out since 2020. Frick. Okay, yeah, it's not looking good for those guys. But I hope they can pull through. The Discord has a lot of people and Launchable Boots players. How many people? How many people? Let me see. Okay, there's 11k. 11k. I'm seeing it here. There's 11k people. There's 11k. That's okay. There's 11k people in the Discord. That's pretty good, isn't it? Let's see about the racing one. Do they have a Discord? They have a guild. I don't know if they have a Discord, but they have a guild. Oh no, they have a Discord. Okay, how many people? Invite invalid. It's expired. Why? Their Discord is expired, but they have like freaking millions of visits. Not for Project Apex. I already saw it. Wait for me. I need to take a shower. Just don't end the stream. The stream's gonna last like 10 more minutes, man. Here we go. What do you think I was reading? What do you think I was reading? I said 11k. Okay, the Project Apex Gilded has 14 members. I don't think those numbers are accurate, considering that Formula Apex has like 1,000 people active right now. Oh no. Uh-oh. Okay, I think these people, they have great talent, but it's unfortunately probably the wrong demographic. But if Helmet Success is anything to talk about, F1 movie came out recently. The hype will die soon. What? When is We Play Roblox Games number 3 gonna happen? I don't know. There's an F1 movie? What are you talking about? Wipe that smudge off the camera lens? That's you, dude. What are you talking about? That's you. There's no smudge on this camera. What are you talking about? That's clearly you. Okay. Things. Okay, but how long has Project Apex existed? You know, how long has it existed? Like, how long has it been in open testing for? They had an open testing period. That's how people played it. It was like a week, right? A week, and it got like 1,000, 2,000 likes. That's good news. That's good news. I shouldn't really be worried about this. They probably don't care as much as I do. But yeah, Project Apex, very very interesting game. The timescale thing. No, it isn't. What? No, it isn't what? Anyway, the timescale thing. Timescale thing, very impressive. I just needed to yap about that for a little second. But yeah. Anyone else have any thoughts to share about that? Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that. I don't know what Min was talking about. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about that. I literally did all I could. Okay, where's my chatters? Where are you guys? Guys. Anyway. Oh yeah, timescale. Right, yeah. Timescale. That's all I really wanted to yap about. That's about it. That's about it. I guess I'll show you guys a little bit of Mini Fighter in case you guys want to see it. I'll just show you guys a little bit and I'm going. That's all I wanted to talk about. I don't know how to end stream. I don't know how to do these things. No. Is that Danny Liash? That looks amazing. I mean, I'm glad you think that way. After the impressive graphics of Project Apex, I'm kind of like, man, I feel like an amateur. I feel like I'm like an amateur. Good to know you like these. Okay, it's a lot of kill cams. I think we could tone down the kill cams. Honestly, I think the kill cams need to get toned down a little bit. At least a little bit. Nope, just remember Tetris became highest grossing games and it's literally just block. Yeah, that is. Yeah, honestly, yeah, that is. Yeah, that is true. Dude, I should just make a Tetris. Why am I bothering with these shooter things? I should just make a Tetris thing. I should make a Tetris type thing. Maybe I should make like a farming game. Minecraft also took over and that was just okay, blocks. Blocks might be the answer then. I think we need to capitalize on blocks. Like we need a catchy name for it. Imagine like a physics engine which was based around blocks. Like it kind of sounds like roadblocks. It kind of sounds like roadblocks. Like what if we get a little goofy with it? What if we remove the AD from road and then combine blocks, but then make the CKS an X, and then we get Roblox, and then after that we'll basically just like we'll build a market around the idea that you can make your own game on Roblox, right? We'll basically just let people know, hey, you can make games on this, and it's free. Let's make a little commercial, and it goes like, it's free, and then you advertise that, and the people are like, dude, this is free. Literally, why should I not be trying this out? It's free. And then give people careers Roblox. Yes, make it so people can get paid for their games. And then a certain yellow Sabri and change Gaming Forever space campaign. Okay, so we'll basically make it so that the currency on Roblox is Robux. Like, well, let's slow down. I didn't even tell you how I got that word, Robux. Like, oh, $5, and row from Roblox, Robux. But you change the CKS to X, so now it's Robux. Freaking brilliant. But Robux is the main platform. Robux is the main currency of the platform. Let's not forget about ticks though, tickets. But let's remove the CKETS and change that to an X. So now we have ticks. But ticks is like a worse version of Robux. But let's forget about ticks for a second. Let's just remove that. Let's get rid of that. We're gonna have Robux now, okay? What if we add a free currency and delete it? Yes, dude, you were way ahead of me. I didn't even read your comment, but you were way ahead of me. You knew exactly what I was thinking. What's that? What's a ticks? Who cares? It's gone now. But let's just make... Okay, so let's make it so that Robux is the main currency of Roblox. And you can earn Robux from people purchasing certain microtransactions from your game. Let's call these things that gain you passes, access to the game. Game passes. Who likes that idea? Game passes. Let's make some game passes. And you can purchase game and you can purchase game passes for Roblox, because that's what game passes are about. You gain a pass to the game. That is, of course, the conundrum of what we have established here. Let's take big cuts too. Let's get to that later. So first, we'll make it so that people can buy game passes and people can make game passes for their game. So now, people who make games, they get Robux money. And let's make it so that this Robux can only be first earned if you buy it from the Roblox marketplace, the Buy Robux app. You spend money to buy the Robux first, and then you buy the Robux. $5 for 2 Robux, okay? $5 for 20 Robux is how we will do it, okay? And then we get the money, and then people who earn the Robux from the people who buy the game passes, they can cash it out for money, because of course, who's going to make good games on Roblox if nobody, if they cannot earn money from it? If they cannot earn money from it, who will make good games on Roblox? So let's make it so that they can cash it out. Let's make it so they can cash it out. You know, money. So let's make it so they can cash it out. Hello, Tavi. Welcome to chat. Let's make it so that they can cash it out first. So they have this money, okay? And then, let's make it so that they can cash it out. Let's say they earn like what? They earn like what? Like $0.035 from each. No, $0.035 from each Robux that they make. But let's not make it too easy. Let's make it so that they have to have 30,000 Robux first. 30,000 Robux. I think that's a good amount. I think that's pretty reasonable. Dave Bazooki in his office ready to ruin lives 2 decades later. Circa 2005. What are you talking about? This is a new idea. So they can only cash it out at 30,000 Robux. Let's make that happen first. So that way we can make all the money and they can have some money. But because they're as an adult, you'll look at this and you go like, what the hell are you doing? Buddy, what the hell are you doing? What the hell are you doing, man? What are you doing? You're not paying me enough. I gotta afford freaking rent, dude. I gotta make like $1,000 every week. Legitimately, I have to make like $1,000 each week. That is a legitimate reality for people who exist in real life. That is a legitimate reality. Their rent could cost like $600, and then their food would cost like $100, and then their bills would cost like $200. So they only have like $100 left. That is an unfortunate reality. That is an actual reality for people. But then they go like, "What the hell? You're not paying me enough." But guess what? These people who are making games and spending money on the games, they are kids. They are either kids or they are people who can. They're either kids or they are people who can live in their parents' basement for free. So they don't care. But we can feed this. We basically, let's just make it. Let's just tell people, hey guys, we're a game engine. We're a game engine now. You guys can come over and you know make your games. You guys can come over and make your tiny little games. That's fine. You can make money too. So let's convince people of that. So then people who want a career out of Roblox, they're like, oh shit, oh man, Roblox, huh? That's a good engine to learn. I'm gonna spend like a year learning Roblox. But then we don't tell them. We're like, hey guys, secretly, you only keep like, you only keep 19% of what you make. All right, you only keep 19% of your cut is 90%. Our cut is like freaking $1,000 each second. But they don't care. They're like, dude, don't tell me about that. People who are making games are like, don't tell me about that. I know. I spent a year learning this engine. Don't tell me about that. This amount of effort, you cannot do anything about the effort I have put into this game. Dude, you guys can't. But then there's gonna be some people who are smart, right? There's gonna be some people who are smart. They're like, Roblox, I've made this game, and unfortunately, I do not believe I am making enough money. And then we're gonna be like, I actually don't know. What do we do? What do we? We don't have a backup plan for that, do we? Okay, so they're like, okay, so they're like, Roblox, I made the Doors game. Roblox, I made the Boars game, and we have millions of players. What is our cut? And Roblox is like, 19%. But guess what? You get $1 million, my friend. You get $1 million. You got $1 million. What's that to complain about? What's that to complain about, man? You got $1 million. And they're gonna be like, you're right. Thank you so much, Roblox. I could have had like 12 million, but 1 million? Boo. You could buy a whole car with that. Dude, you could buy a yacht with $1 million. Like, what? Wait, a house? What? What are you talking about? A house? Okay, no. So what do you guys think of my business plan? Did you guys like it? I know I dragged it on for too long, but do you guys like the business plan? I spent quite some time on thinking of it. Anyway, yeah, that's the goal, right? Anyway, let's go back to my game. Like, I can't believe I just came up with all that in, like, that time span, you know? Like, Roblox. Genius. Roadblocks? Blocks? Road? Blocks? Roblox? Like, what the hell? How did we come up with that as a team? What game is this? It's my game called Mini Fighter. Okay, I forgot. Okay, I played Roblox for a little bit, and I forgot that respawning doesn't mean it's a. I forgot respawning in this game means that it's a restart. So I gotta be real careful. Looks cool. Thank you, Steve. I wonder why people are thinking that. I mean, it seems goofy, but people are like, this game is cool, and I'm like, huh? Really? How is that possible? Maybe we have a good thing going there. Dudes, I'm like not even joking. I was working on Roblox today, Roblox Studio, and I was so excited. I was so excited. You want to know why? I was so excited because I was so excited to leave. It's a good thing going on. We did just come up with like a way to make. Okay, so currently there's a crisis, right? Currently there's a crisis. A while ago, I finished making all the levels that I wanted for the game, right? These 8 levels. I finished making all these 8 levels. And then I realized, like, okay, so the goal of this game is to make a good game within 6 months, you know, very short time. Was it 5 or 6? Probably 6. Within 6 months. 5. 4? There's no way it was 6 months, because I remember the SE Reborn clips, they started on February. 5 months? I don't know. But the goal is we need to, like a game, no game jam is going to take 6 months, is it? I don't know. But the goal was to make a quick game, but a good game. Like a game, but we don't spend too much time on it, you know? So we don't end up running into problems like scope. You know, we don't run into problems like scope, you know, scope creep, which is where you come up with like a bunch of features and you all like stuff, but you can't make all of it. You can't make all of it because it's too much. So I wanted to avoid that. So I kept the scope in check. I would only have a few certain features that I wanted in the game. And my main manpower was spent on making levels. So then I spent a whole month making levels. And then I spent the next month doing nothing at all for some reason. Oh wait, no, I was working. I was working on retail. I was working my retail job. But I spent 1 month working on levels. And so the missions, the standard I set for each of them, 5 minutes long. 5 minute long missions. You know, short missions, but good. And I was like, surely this will get me to 2 hours. No. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 40 minutes. A 40-minute game that costs $5? Are you kidding me? Who's gonna buy that? Who's gonna buy that? So I had a crisis. I did in fact have a problem on my hands. A crisis. But I now have a plan. I've assembled a team of me, my friend, and my other friend. We are now dedicated to making content for levels, which will hopefully get it up to 2 hours. 2 hour playtime. Hopefully. So the plan is basically every day we make 4 encounters, and each of these encounters are 1 minute long. Are they named Minish and Beater? No. They are, each encounter should be 1 minute long. And every day we will make 4 of them, you know? So not too much, but just enough so that we don't run out of ideas and get burnt out. 4 encounters, 4 minutes each. So in one day, that would be, maybe I should put it the mini fighter backdrop. So in one day, that would be 4 minutes. Like, I would make 4 minutes worth of content, times that by 3. In one day, you would have 12 minutes of content. And we're going to be doing this over the course of 8. Okay, let's keep it safe. 8 days. I do actually have a timetable. I do have a schedule written for all this, but I don't know. I might change it. But 8 days at very least. 8 days. 8 days, we will have 96 minutes worth of content. That is 1 hour and a half. Which is okay, I guess. But I have a plan, you see. I have a plan to make this game at least an hour and a half long. So I have a plan. Don't worry, guys. This game ain't going nowhere. This game ain't getting cancelled or nothing. It is solid. So I have a plan, and we're currently enacting on it. So yeah, that's how Mini Fighter development's going. Alright, let's see what you posted, Khalid. Dang. He made this. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. It's a good plan. It'll get us to Tahiti. Bro. Bro. Okay, freaking, why do people keep saying welcome back? I made a video about the history and evolution of SC Reborn. And everyone's like, are you back? Welcome back. And I'm like, well, I'm not freaking back. I did not say I was back whatsoever. Not say I was back whatsoever. I did not say I was back. I did not say I was back. I did no such thing. I'm doing no such thing. But yeah. Saber back to Roblox dev, real. Guys, it's true. I'm coming back to Roblox game development. I decided that I want to freaking die. And die forever. Brother, your nails? What are you talking about? What's wrong with my nails? Believe it or not, this is short for me, because if I cut it any deeper, it will actually hurt. It will actually hurt my fingers if I cut it any deeper. If I trim it any shorter than this, it is skin. It is skin. It reaches skin. It's not, it is skin, but it reaches skin. They're normal nails? Well, I don't know who to believe now. Oops, that's not the actual one. I don't care, yeah, because it looks like a werewolf. Okay. Like, I don't mind about spoiling anything right here. It doesn't matter for some reason. But despite that, I still haven't made a proper video on it. Believe it or not, I was streaming this game before, and I was like, apologize, I'm sorry, I didn't know that your nail is that short. I don't know exactly what you mean, but I kind of get what you mean. And I can detect that you're apologizing, so I'll accept your apology. Man, I love the ragdolls. Yeah, they're pretty cool. It used to have active ragdolls, but they were very laggy on phone, even if they were disabled. Okay, what the hell was I talking about? Oh yeah, believe it or not, there was someone who I was streaming this game. I was on a map that's like this or something. It's a map that's... Okay, not that one. You guys want to listen to the music? It looks like you're a Roblox game, but not in Roblox. I'm talking about the shooter game that you may call Yesh. Yeah, that is what I was thinking. 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 But this map does straight up use Roblox textures as placeholders. Let me just run you through it. Bro, the music is like the same music back in SE Reborn. It's the Amen break. It's the Amen drum sample. I always use that sound everywhere. Thank you for saying that. I'm just trying to be a nice person. Yeah. Like, I don't fully understand what you're saying, but I can detect your vibes. Is any Unreal Engine in mind for future projects? I feel like it's a step up from Unity. Okay, I don't blame you for thinking that, but I would have to disagree. I think the two engines are very different workflows. To the point where it isn't even comparable. To the point where it isn't even really fair to compare the two. But I can get how you, as a commoner, I don't know any word that would work for it. But yeah, this game uses Roblox textures for placeholders. I like Left 4 Dead and Roblox. But I can understand how you, as a commoner, or a normie, would think that Unreal Engine is better than Unity. However, I do have to disagree. I think the two engines are like designed for widely different demographics. Unreal Engine is Unreal Engine is more like for people who want to make AAA games. AAA like games, you know, cinematic games, full realism. Everyone agrees with this. Literally everyone agrees with this. Unity is more diverse. Unity is more generalized. But it is more leaning towards mobile market. So Unity is very good for mobile games. That's what most people will agree with. And Unreal Engine, me personally, I feel like Unreal Engine has way too much bloat to work with. I have to like free up so much space on my computer just to use Unreal Engine, which isn't a common problem that people have, but it's a common problem for me. And I also do like Unity. But there are things on Unreal Engine like blueprints, visual coding, which can be easier for people. Me personally, it doesn't make much of a difference. But it might make things faster. But the thing is, there's also still the bloat to deal with, you know, performance. You would have to have, to my knowledge, you need to have a really good computer to run Unreal Engine 5. True, but I think there's potential for a Killer Bean open world type of SE remake. I can make that in Unity. I can make that in Unity. It can be graphics heavy, yes. And the thing is, the Killer Bean game, that one's already being made on Unreal. Let's just see how that one runs, you know? But if you asked me before I hopped onto Unity, I would probably say maybe 50-50 chance of me using Unreal. The main reason why I didn't use Unreal was because it's not it doesn't have workflows designed for mobile games. I have like, okay, so this game I'm building for my really old phone, right? Okay, so I have two phones. I got two phones. One is good. Okay, I'm just checking to see if I didn't dox myself on accident. Okay, I'm not gonna turn it on. But this phone is good. This phone is bad. This phone is weak as heck. This phone is from 2019. This one is from like 2024 or something. I don't remember. But this phone is really bad. This one's from 2019. And that is exactly why I'm using this phone for my game. To run my game. 30 FPS was all I could manage. But it got really close. And with Godot, this one can't even run it. Godot, this thing is so slow. It's like 16 FPS. I can show you. If I have the projects, I can show you. But now imagine that with Unreal 5, which is struggling on new phones as well. My phone, nah, no chance. Is this game still in alpha that you're playing? We haven't labeled it, but it's in development. That's all I can say. Dang, I can't play SE Reborn open source because it's unrated to me. Oops. It's not any different though. Don't worry. I like Unreal Engine more than every gaming engine. But hey, Roblox Studio is a good thing. Just don't tell me that they add AI in the Roblox. They added AI. They added AI like ages ago. I'm sorry. Like, Unreal Engine has good graphics. That's it. Okay, look at this scene. Look at this scene. Nothing's going on. I'm getting 40 FPS on that. Like, why? Why? Because of the ambient lighting. Godot's normal shaders, they take up a heck ton. I'm using, like, the cheapest shading solution on Godot right now, and this isn't enough for my phone. And look at this scene, right? Nothing's happening. It's just a bunch of stick snappingtons. But it's like... It's like 20 FPS. How can I possibly manage a Godot game? And that's Godot. Now imagine Unreal 5. There's no chance this is going to be able to run on my phone. So that's why I'm sticking with Unity. Because now my reason for sticking with Unity is because I know how to use Unity. I've been spending like 6 months on Unity so far, and I know quite a lot about it. So that's why I'm not using Unreal 5. But I will say, it does have the potential for realism. 2019 phone gonna explode using Unreal, true. You know Hi-Fi Rush was made in Unreal? It doesn't feel like it. So is it even worth it? Maybe, I don't know. If it can run Doom, it can run Unreal. Maybe Unreal 1. Maybe. Maybe Unreal 1. But that's being very generous. What was I talking about again? Oh yeah, right. Freaking someone was saying, like, I was showing this game to somebody. I was streaming it, and then they were like, okay, this game doesn't this level doesn't look like it's finished. And I'm like, what? What? They're like, this level doesn't look finished, you know? And then I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? And then someone else is like, yeah, it kind of looks half-baked. I think that's what they're saying. And I'm like, I just told you this game is in development. What do you mean you think it's unfinished? Oh, this game looks unfinished. And I'm like, what? Yes, because it is. Because it is. At the time, I was like 2 months into development, and they're like, dude, this game, I'm not trying to be rude, but it looks unfinished. I'm not trying to be rude, but it looks unfinished. And I'm like, literally, how is that supposed to... What are you talking about? It is unfinished. I'll play one of my friend is game with AI because it looks funny. Every level should be polished and ready within 2 seconds. Yeah. Yeah. If only. I wonder how the stream is still going on. Yeah, it was unexpected. It's not even about Project Apex anymore. Well, I do have a question. Do you still make Roblox animations? No. You haven't seen me upload any Roblox animations, and I do not plan on returning to Roblox animations. So, no. I am not planning on returning to Roblox, nor making Roblox animations. How's your phone still working on this game? Well, it's in 2019. Because I made my game very easy to run, very cheap, It's because I designed my game around this phone. You know, my phone can play other mobile games just fine. Like it can actually run Minecraft at 60 FPS, and I'm like, how the frick do they do that? It can run Minecraft at 60 FPS. I will show you. It can run at 60 FPS fully, no diff, no change, and none anything. But it can run it at 60 FPS, and I'm like, what the hell? That is black magic. That is black magic. It's just black magic. Because it was actually so difficult for me to do that. Dave, what's your stance on using AI for anything related to creating? Example, ideas, games, models, game art, code. Okay, the only thing I really like, I can really agree with using AI for, is ideas and coding. Ideas because it's kind of just probing your mind. It's kind of just probing the human designer for inspiration, which is actually what we're using. We're not using AI, but we have a little wheel spinner of just some nonsense prompts, like some nonsense words. Like, I can show you the wheel later. Hold on, wait. I can show you the wheel. I can show you the wheel. So we have this wheel, right? We just have a wheel. Like, easy average bridge. Nonsense. So then we're like, okay, I'm just gonna come up with something better. And then that's the thing that we do. Finding tight room. That's just what we're doing, right? We have a wheel, basically. But I don't think AI is... Like, we use the wheel to probe creativity from ourselves. Inspiration. We use it as inspiration. Horse track hallway. Yeah. That I did experiment with some stranger prompts. But look at this thing, bro. Okay, it doesn't get translated properly. Because my phone my camera is in like 30 FPS. But this thing is running it just fine. This thing is running Minecraft just fine. And I'm like, how the frick did they do that? So if my phone can run Minecraft, I can design my game to run well on my phone. Let me just... What was I talking about? Oh, my stance on AI. Okay. The only things I agree with are ideas and code. Code, I'm kind of on the fence about. Ideas, I'm fully for that, you know, because it's letting human designers come up with their own ideas. But if you're just using AI ideas, I don't think it would be any different from just asking some random guy on the street, hey, come up with an idea for my thing. And the guy goes like, yeah, sure, here you go. Here's the idea. Horse track hallway. And then he's like, you know what? I'm going to do that. So I don't think AI would be to blame. I think the person you should blame in that case is the designer. But for game models, game art, game models and game art, I don't know about game models. Game models I feel like would be very convenient, but game art, like, you know, drawings, stuff like that, I'm kind of like, no, because you're taking the job away from artists, people who can draw, people who are already like struggling, you know. You're literally just using that to take away jobs, and that also allows people to become fake artists. But coding, AI coding, still needs a lot of human intervention, which is why I think it's okay, because the people who use AI coding would need to have a fundamental knowledge of, you know, what's going on. And I have used AI extensively for my game. I will admit it, I have used a lot of AI coding for my game because I don't know how to code in Unity. If this was Roblox code, I would probably be able to make it by myself. But like an instance where I would need AI for Roblox is math, like very complex math, because I'm not good at math. I'm good at coding, not at math. So C-frames, stuff like that. Unity, I don't know much about Unity, so I want to, and my goal is to make the game. I don't want to spend too much time like Googling the same thing again and again. So I just ask the AI make this, and then I can learn what the AI made, you know. So that's a use case I think is good. I usually like AI for learning easier. I usually like AI for like learning easier than doing something, which I'm kind of against 100% relying on it. Yeah, I will say I do rely on it a bunch, but yeah, I rely on it a bunch. So I don't know if I'm the best person to ask for this, but my stance is basically it's good for learning. It's good for it's good as a tool to use it as a tool, but it can it can I guess it's just really bad for people who do scams. That I guess that's it. You know, people who fake stuff, like people who make AI art, people who make AI art and go like and go like and people say AI art doesn't have soul, and then they make a freaking AI video, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing, dude? You're just asking to be beat up. Everyone is clear on where they stand with AI. The problem isn't that AI art is soulless. The problem is that it's wait, what is the problem? Nah, the problem is that I don't know how to put it into words, but there's actual artists who are having their work become diluted, you know, because well, I don't know if that's true. Yeah, I don't know then. I can't speak on that. I don't know enough about the topic. I'm just gonna speak in my bull court. I'm just gonna speak in my bull court. Games, you know, game art that sucks. If you use AI art for your games, plenty of people use it. Nobody cares. But if I see it, I'll be like, that's cringe. I will legitimately just look at it and be like, that's cringe. You know, Roblox games, hundreds of them use AI for the thumbnails. Even my nephews, we look at them and we're like, dude, that's cringe. That's cringe. I don't want to look at that. Me personally, I would not want to look at AI images because it is just scary. It's just scary to look at. So I think it's bad for marketing, but it's very convenient for some people. It can be a very convenient tool because sometimes you don't care about that. But then there's the question of, okay, well, should we care more about efficiency or should we care more about the process, the fact that someone made a thing? But the thing is, most people at first glance wouldn't really think about that. They just go like, oh, I see this thing, click. You know, they don't think about like, oh, is this made with AI? Then I don't trust it. Some people might. Me personally, I wouldn't. I don't. There's too much cases where at that point I'm just like, dude, just show me the game. Just show me the game. I don't care about the thumbnail. Just show me the game. But yeah, I use AI for coding because I don't know much about Unity. And I do think I would need to eventually take off the training wheels at some point. But yeah. I'm thinking of making a Dead Rails game that's like this. I'm thinking of making a game that's like Dead Rails, but with like these characters and whatnot, and like the story or setting or whatever. I feel like it'd be a pretty fun game. Bro, I was working on Roblox Studio like earlier today, and I told my friend the part I am the most excited about, I am when I'm on Roblox Studio, I am so excited to leave. When I'm working on Roblox Studio, the thing that I'm excited for is leaving. I'm just so excited to go back to Unity, you know. Freaking Unity is actually so convenient to use. Like, dude, I didn't even have to make any plugins or add-ons for my thing. Unity itself is just a very easy to use level designing tool. Freaking, I just made like a 30-minute tutorial video on how to connect the pieces of mini fighter stuff, and they freaking got it. All I had to do was make a 30-minute tutorial on how to connect the pieces, and they all got it. They all just got it. Freaking Unity is amazing. Because the thing about Unity, right, is it forces you to write code which needs to be reused. It is a lot more efficient in Unity than compared to Roblox Studio. Yes, Tavi Love is actually one of the level designers working with me on Mini Fighter. But it's so convenient. You just drag and drop shit. You just drag and drop it. You drag and drop stuff into other stuff, and that's it. You don't have to write code. You don't have to write code or nothing. None of that. Are you planning on dropping a Mini Fighter beta release soon? No, perhaps not. I don't think it would be ready. Don't think so. But it's so easy. You drag and drop it. You drag and drop everything. You just drag and drop it. It says it. And you just make a 30-minute tutorial to show people, hey, that's how you do this. And they're like, okay, I got it. But yeah, it was mind-boggling. They made legitimate levels within like a few days. Within like a few minutes, they were able to make levels. Like, what the hell? And now I'm weaponizing this crap, bro. I'm like, okay, 3 of us, let's make 1 billion encounters. Let's make 1 billion encounters now. We can do it together. Each of us, let's just make 10. And then we'll have 30 in one day. Not like that. It's 12 in one day. Each of us makes 4, and then we can end up with 12 minutes worth of content in one day. Without burning out. Because the workload is spread out. I want to play Mini Fighter. Meow. Cat. You're a cat. But it's just so easy to use. But freaking, when I was on Parabellum, I was like, I need to freaking make tools and everything. Hello, Chris. Welcome to a stream. Glad you could finally make it to one. I'm not even talking about Project Apex anymore. But for Parabellum on Roblox, I was like, I gotta make a freaking toolkit, dude. I need to make these tools so that people can use these level design things easier. And I'm like, ugh. But then on Unity, I'm like, I don't even need to make a tool, do I? I'll just make a tutorial, and then they got it. Oh yeah, you can talk about GitHub Desktop. Yeah. So Unity doesn't have. Also, it's me, Forsaken Enthusiast. I just changed my profile by Jam Band. Yeah, I know you. I know you. Okay, so we have a GitHub thing. We have a thing called GitHub Desktop. So we use that because Unity does not have Team Create like Roblox, right? Like Roblox Studio, Unity does not have Team Create. So you cannot collaborate in real time. So how do you collaborate? You use a version control. You use a version control system. The one that I decided to use was GitHub Desktop because it was so easy to set up and I know everything about how it works. Unity has one by default. It's called Unity Version Control. Don't know how to use it though, so I'm not going to use that. So I'm using GitHub Desktop. GitHub. The Git. And what it basically does is put your project onto the cloud. And anyone who you invite to the repository can take those files from the cloud, put it onto their own computer, and then when they make any changes to those files by editing the Unity project, they can upload those changes to the cloud, and everyone else can go like, oh, someone made a change. I'm going to pull it from the cloud. I'm going to pull it down, and then it can go on their computer, which is what GitHub Desktop is all about. It is so convenient. Arguably, I actually kind of enjoy it a lot more than Roblox Studio Team Create, because you have to write summaries for everything, for every change you make. You have to write summaries for the batch of changes you make, and you can actually access your files so easily. Like, you could change the script. I don't know if this is safe to show. I'll trim it later if it's not safe. But we basically have all these history things, right? And like what's a change I have? What's a good change? I don't know. I haven't really changed scripts that often. Is GitHub useful for casual devs? Trying to get into making small apps and games as a hobby? Yeah, it's good. It's good. GitHub isn't even specifically designed for collaboration purposes. It's actually just as a version control thing. It's basically the same as Google Drive, but it's just much more easier to use. So you don't have to like, think, oh, I have to make a backup and then upload the whole project to Google Drive. You just put it on GitHub, and then that's it. You just put it on GitHub, and GitHub's like, I got you, my fam. Just don't make the files too big. If you make it too big, I'm gonna freaking kill you. If the repository is more than 5 gigabytes big, they will send you an email. Okay, I don't know, but let's just pretend. Oh yeah, there's a prefab here. I'm like, oh, I don't like this prefab change. What the hell? Oh, that was actually perfect. Okay, I misclicked the wrong thing, but this is perfect. So I'm like, oh, I don't want this prefab change. So then I can actually just find the difference, and I can just undo it from here, because this is the old one. This is the new one. I can just copy this. I can put my changes back. And honestly, I don't even really need that, but dude, it's good to have. Always thought it kind of benefited the more competitive devs. I mean, it benefits anyone. I don't see why it would be only competitive. Does Project Apex support mobile? If no, then I'll try to use my computer. Let me see. I don't know if that's... is Project Apex mobile? Is Project Apex Roblox mobile? Roblox Project Apex gameplay mobile. No, I don't think it's mobile. I think you will have to use computer. You'll most likely have to use computer. You'll most likely have to use computer, my man. Yeah, I don't know about your cursor. But yeah, that's GitHub. GitHub is so convenient to just put your changes and then have GitHub handle it. And I don't think they're going to go bankrupt anytime soon, because they're bought by Microsoft. And for once, that's actually a good thing, because this business would not be sustainable without Microsoft. They have millions of people hosting their files. And I'm like, how the hell are they doing this? Because they have Microsoft. They have Microsoft. That makes sense. The only conditions for using GitHub is if you're using the free license, don't make your repositories too big. If you make it 5 gigabytes big, if you make it bigger than 5 gigabytes, they'll be like, what the hell are you doing? Stop that. But yeah, that's GitHub. GitHub is very convenient. You don't, yeah. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay, so something you might notice about this game's audio design is that it's very bassy. And the reason for that is because these new earphones that I bought, their bass is basically inaudible. This earphone has no bass. BASS. These earphones, they have no bass. They are so low. So this game's audio might be bassy. I don't know if it is, but there's a high probability that it is. Also, Marrow early access payment now costs 40 Robux instead of 100. What's Marrow? Mario? What? I don't know what Marrow is. Sounded fine in mine. Well, maybe you're just accustomed to bassy sounds, you know? Because when I last played, it was a lot more bassy than I thought it would be. Using a good headphone adds more bass. Well, that's the thing. The bass to me doesn't exist because my earphones don't have bass. That one Roblox game where you watch movies? I don't know, never tried it. Okay, I don't know what that is though. Is it the thing I had for the Forsaken thing? I'll hire and produce producers for the minute finalist. For no pay, just love for the game. No. I make my own songs. What are you talking about? I've always made my own songs. Who's Minish Pepsi? Who's Minish Pepsi? I always made my own songs. Listen to this song. Do you guys like the phone ringing? That's a sample I use for the song for some reason. This OST sounds similar to that one Yesh map. You are not the first person to say that. I don't... I don't... That map where you have to kill the Rocketeer? What? Thing like it. Freaking out, I dox myself again. I'm gonna trim that out of the stream. Okay, I'm gonna make a note for myself. Bonus sound effects sounded really cool. Nice. Glad you liked it. Trim out. Okay. I can actually play it, in case you guys missed it. Do I have it? Where is it? Is it this one? Yes, it is. And then here's the phone. I used some very strange samples, I think. No, I didn't. I didn't use a lot, actually, now that I think about it. I wonder what else I have. You should make an OST playlist for Mini Fighter? Of course. I will release the whole album. Because Mini Fighter will actually release This is the first game I'm ever going to release. Whether or not it's a good game is not relevant to my decision to release it. I will actually release it. It is the plan. That is the end goal of Mini Fighter. Currently. Wait, is it August? No, it's not. No, it's not. I think the plan right now is to finish development, or as much of it as I can, by August 17. Yeah. That's the plan right now. That's the plan we're working on. But it's not going to release on August 17. It's going to be finished by August 17. Or at least most of it, like 99% of it. The only thing I haven't accounted for so far is cutscenes. Why are you tweaking? Excuse me, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about, man. No, that's... I don't like that one. It doesn't have much in it. Bro, I'm like excited to have like a game that's actually having a tangible release. This is the first game I'm making ever, which I am confident is going to release. I'm not confident that it's going to be a good game. I'm confident that it's going to release. Because I have to. I am going to starve to death if this game doesn't release. This is my income. This is going to be my income, dude. This one isn't super good, but it becomes good when you know the context. When you know the context, that's when it all comes up. Wait, was I quiet? Nah, it seems fine. Bro, this isn't even about Project Apex anymore. Oops. What the hell? Okay, right-clicking does that for some reason. It never did that. Ever. Okay. Okay, here's how it ends. Okay, that's it. That's it then. What else we got? We need to find the gold that I made so far. Bro, I think I made like freaking five different soundtrack ideas for the sewers because I was not able to find a single one which I liked. I think I heard that your Mini Fighter OST with the phone sound effects on one of your Space Campaign sneak peeks. No. NCS outro music before you end stream. No. The soundtracks may sound similar, but they're not. They're not the same one. I just use similar instruments. I have a very particular sound. Oh yeah, I think this is the one I'm going to use for the sewers. Do I have a video of that? I think I have a video of that, don't I? Surely I do. Do I not? Oh, no, I don't. I didn't export it. Oh, I can delete the SE Reborn Evolution video now, because I already uploaded it. Oh yeah, guys, I'm gonna leak you the sequel logo. This is the logo I came up with for the sequel. I actually really like it. Don't forget the Nikocado image right before the plug. Bro, no. I don't do that here. But that's the sequel banner. That's the sequel banner. just in case I make a sequel. I'm actually cringing now because I'm realizing you guys might think that means it's a zombie game. It's not a zombie game. It takes place on an island. You're stranded. Fuck. You said it reminds him of The Walking Dead. Def not a zombie game. Yeah. Okay, maybe I need to change it to yellow then. Maybe I need to change the green to yellow. Maybe I need to change the green to yellow or something. I don't... I failed myself. Quite frankly, I am disappointed. A sun somewhere might help. Maybe? I could put on the eye or something. I'll come up with something later. It's not even... The game's not even nearly near fruition. Mini fighter burb up zombies. Yeah, I guess that's it. I don't really have anything else to say. Stay safe, have a good day, and take care of yourself. Bye.